What's going on? What's going on? We back, Goodfella Sports TV. Y'all know what the business is. We grinding, and we're gonna talk about some boxing. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, hit the bell icon button. Won't miss another video from your boy, you dig. And Kell Brook said, and I think the Sheffield Star today, that he would like to, come back down to welterweight. You know what I'm saying? He got a fight coming up versus I think a guy that was a male stripper. I don't know the guy. Mike Zafra or whatever. That's in 2 weeks. And apparently the Amir Khan fight supposed to be getting done. So I don't know if that's true or not true. You know what I'm saying? So, but he said that he's looking, to come back down to welterweight. He feeling good with his new coach Fuchs. That he's feel light in his feet, And I seen him trying to hit the bag and hit the mitts. He looked good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. Before this article came out a couple days ago, I was watching him work out and I was impressed. He looked balanced, he looked fluid. He looked really, really refreshed, you know what I'm saying, and revitalized. I can't second that. He did look that in training. I can't say what he's gonna look like come fight night, but he looked real sharp, real crisp, and real, his legs look strong, his body looks strong, you know what I'm saying? So he's saying it like it's a breeze to come down to 147. And if it's a breeze, which I don't think he can make 147 comfortably, but maybe he's changed some things up and he can make it comfortably. He said he's targeting the Errol Spence rematch, Shawn Porter rematch, and Danny Garcia. He did not mention Terence Crawford, and that's the fight that a lot of people want to see him in. You know what I'm saying? People say Terence Crawford hasn't fought, anybody on his resume that's better than Kell Brook. Okay. So be it. I think that's a fight that could happen. But like I say, it's going to get diminished for Terence Crawford. All these fights going to get diminished for each one of these dudes, Shawn Porter didn't beat Kell Brook when he was fresh. Kell Brook is beat up material. You know what I'm saying? He's damaged goods. That's what they said about when Errol Spence beat him. Despite Kell Brook, you know what I'm saying? It's like Kell Brook getting some rounds in, winning some rounds, and he's up. After like the first 6 or 7 rounds, I had Kell Brook up, Danny Garcia and Kell Brook would be a great fight for Kell Brook if he can't get Amir Khan, because that's the fight that's probably Amir Khan want to target is the Danny Garcia rematch. And Danny Garcia said to report Porter that he might go over there for an Amir Khan rematch. But I don't understand why he would not want to fight Terence Crawford. Maybe it's, he don't believe Eddie and Bob can make a deal, or I don't know what the situation may be, but, or maybe he just sees Terence Crawford as a bad style. Or he just want to avenge his losses, you know what I'm saying? And he just see Danny Garcia, as a better option. But most people always ask me, what about Crawford? What about Kell Brook? What about that fight? People say, oh, Kell Brook could beat Crawford. Let me tell you this, man. Terence Crawford will beat the front, the brakes, the rotors, the ball joints, the axle. He beat the whole front end off of Kell Brook, all right? He destroyed Kell Brook. That's a bad fight for Kell Brook, you know what I'm saying? A really, really bad fight for Kell Brook. And, so be it. I don't think it's a good fight. Also he said Keith Thurman, but, I ain't put Keith Thurman in here. Because Keith Thurman, he ain't gonna fight nobody, all right? He ain't. I don't take Keith Thurman serious until Keith Thurman get in there and step in the ring with a cat pillar at the division. So he get in there with Errol or Shawn. I don't take him seriously. So it's just like he didn't even mention Keith Thurman, but I just think Crawford is just, he got too good a feet for him, man. Real talk. He wouldn't beat Crawford even before. Let's say he never moved up and fought Triple G and, whatever happened. He was at his freshest body state. His body was at his freshest at the time he fought Terence Crawford. I favor Terence Crawford. Crawford is got too good feet, too good a feet for Kell Brook. Kell Brook don't have no feet. Crawford will just move on Kell Brook and just pepper him all day, pop shot him, run combinations on him. Then he'll probably beat him into submission later on. He'll frustrate Kell Brook. His feet too good, man. And it's not like it's not like Kell Brook, you know what I'm saying? It's not like Keith Thurman where, Keith Thurman's just gonna run around the ring all day, get tired, and then give you opportunity to tee off on him in the later rounds. Crawford will move, and then, you know, he would press forward and show aggression. You know what I'm saying? Crawford got the perfect balance between boxing skills and boxing and moving and aggression. He can just go from moving and boxing to just being aggressive and going for the knockout when he feels comfortable. So, like I said, I think that's a terrible matchup. Obviously, Errol Spence fight is a terrible matchup in a rematch. I don't even know why he said Errol Spence's name, but he really get retired. He get both his side of the face broke versus Errol Spence. I just see that fight going. You know, Errol Spence beating him faster. I think he beat him about 5-6 rounds this time. I just think he got the drop on Kell Brook. You know, he done fought him before. You know, Kell Brook ain't as fresh as he was when they fought that time. I just think, you know, Errol Spence is a bad style for him. Kell Brook cannot stick and move for 12 rounds versus Errol Spence. His feet not good enough. And at the time, he got an inexperienced Errol Spence in the championship fight. You know what I'm saying? So it was now Errol got more experience. It's just gonna be a massacre. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a big UK massacre, and you know, I think Errol is just beating worse. You know, that's just my personal opinion. You know, but you know, Kell Brook versus Shawn Porter, that's good money right there. He probably could beat Shawn Porter again, because Shawn Porter, you know, he just had the perfect style for Shawn Porter. He's still, you know, I think he's still strong enough to hang with Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter ain't been too active. You know, I think, you know, the same game plan can apply. Shawn Porter hasn't, you know, improved, you know, skill wise. He's still the same Shawn Porter. He showed a little bit of boxing ability versus Danny Garcia. That's because Danny Garcia was slow, like slow motion slow. Kell Brook, you know, is gonna run that 1-2. You know, he gonna do what he did the other fight: 1-2, mixing the left hook, 1-2, mixing the uppercut. He could beat Shawn Porter again. You know, he can beat Shawn Porter again, because Shawn Porter ain't gonna do nothing but continue to run into the 1-2, run into a brick wall, get bear hug. He gonna pivot out of it, run into a 1-2. Only way Kell Brook lose is if he get tired. You know, that's it. Because Shawn Porter, it don't get no leverage on his punches, bro. He don't give himself room. He smothers his work. And Kell Brook know what he need to do. 1-2, bear hug. 1-2, uppercut. 1-2, left hook, bear hug. That's it. The same principle is going to apply when they fight again. The only difference is, will Kell Brook be fresh enough and strong enough to carry out that game plan for 12 rounds? Because Shawn Porter ain't been active neither. And Shawn Porter, he hasn't improved since then. Shawn Porter is what he is at this point in his career. You know, I think that's a very winnable fight for Kell Brook. And that's a fight that Shawn Porter should welcome. You know, obviously, you know, Kell Brook throws a monkey wrench in the division, throws a monkey wrench into Errol Spence's game plan and Terence Crawford game plan, because they both would want Errol Spence to do what he needs to do to make that fight happen. You know, at least I would think. And if he comes in and fights Shawn Porter, if Keith Thurman don't jump in, you know, then people going to say, oh, you know, why Shawn and Errol fight next? You know, we're playing this for Errol Spence to go ahead and shoot the fair one with Manny Pacquiao. You know, if Floyd Mayweather don't step in. So, in actuality, like, you're looking at 2020 now until you might get a Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter, or Shawn Porter, Errol Spence, or whatever the situation may be, unifying belts. And it's pathetic because they want to turn Errol Spence into a pay-per-view star, you know, and then it's going to draw, you know, Shawn Porter and Keith Thurman to fight him because the money is going to be worth it now, you know. So, and that's a long shot. He becomes a pay-per-view star, even fighting Mikey and Pacquiao. But, you know, at the end of the day, the welterweight division pathetic. I wouldn't mind. They ain't gonna fight no way. So I wouldn't mind Kell Brook coming back and Amir Khan coming back and mixing it up with some of them. You know, so be it. You know, so be it. You know, but I think Kell Brook can beat Shawn Porter. And, you know, Danny Garcia, he beat Danny Garcia, I believe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Danny Garcia will even take that fight because he's just a punk. But it's a good fight. You know, like I say, man, Danny Garcia ain't got the best conditioning either. His energy level been dropping around the 6th, 7th round. And he just looked unfocused. He looked like he ain't improved in years. He looking contempt. He ain't hungry no more. You know what I'm saying? Kell Brook is seeming hungry to come back and get a spot. He beat Danny Garcia. I'm going to say that right now. He beats Danny Garcia. Garcia got decent feet, but he ain't got fluid feet or good feet like footwork like Terence Crawford or Errol Spence or even Shawn Porter. You know what I'm saying? He's just going to get, Kell Brook can tee off on him. He still got enough hand speed to run combinations up Danny head. And I just think he beat Danny Garcia. I think he's a better fighter even at this point. As much as he's declined with the eye injuries and just the situation with the weight, Danny Garcia having trouble with the weight and his energy dropping, his motivation to be in boxing, it's not there. I called it a year ago. I said I think he should retire. Boxing becomes a dangerous game when you just in it to make a payday. Boxing becomes a dangerous game when the love of the sport and the motivation of being the sport is gone. It's a very, very dangerous sport when that happens. And unfortunately, that's happened for Danny Garcia. He don't belong in boxing no more. He's not hungry no more to be in boxing no more. And that's the fact of the matter, man. And when you're not hungry and you satisfied and you fulfilled your mission and you done filled your belly up and you financially good, I think Danny Garcia should get out the sport before he get hurt. And it's coming. A little bonus right here. Kell Brook versus Keith Thurman. I always thought Keith Thurman had too good of feet for Kell Brook. I thought he was just moving, boxing all night, and he was just too good of a mover for Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? Too rangy, too fast, too quick. But I honestly don't know what he brings to the table at this point in his career. All right, I don't know. I have to see Keith Thurman and Kell Brook come back, or at least Keith Thurman come back, because I've seen Kell Brook come back. I see what Keith Thurman provides. I gotta see if the speed's still there, the fluidity still there, the feet still there, because he was up to over 200 pounds. So I really don't know, what he has left. But if it's classic Keith Thurman, I favor him to beat Kell Brook as well. Just his movement and speed is just gonna be too much. I think I pick him to stop Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? Especially at this point, if it's the old Keith Thurman. But I doubt the old Keith Thurman is gonna come back. I really do. But I still think if he's at least 70% of what he was, and this version of Kell Brook is more like 70% of what he was, or maybe 60% of what he was, favor Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? I still favor Keith Thurman, but like I said, you don't know if Keith Thurman gonna make weight. You don't know if Keith Thurman struggling to make weight. He gonna be weight drained. You don't know if the faculty's still there. You don't know if the fast twitch muscle's still there. It's a lot we don't know about Keith Thurman. So right now, I'll just reserve to hold my opinion on the Kell Brook versus Keith Thurman fight. But if it's them at their best at welterweight, I would heavily favor Keith Thurman. But on the guys I think Kell Brook can beat is Shawn Porter and Danny Garcia. And obviously I think he beats Amir Khan at this point too, if you want to throw him in there. I think he beats those three, but it's my personal opinion. But it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for rolling through. Don't forget, we did the breakdown prediction for Wilder Fury. Did that yesterday afternoon. If you missed it, go check it out. Definitely appreciate everybody for supporting the page. We made it to over 10,000 subs, and we're moving fast, quick, in a hurry. Appreciate everybody for holding us down. Make sure you check us out on Facebook group, Facebook, Twitter, email, instrumental link in the description. Want to make a donation to the channel? All those links are in the description, all right? All of them, or all that information is in the description. Just hit the drop-down box. You can send a donation. You can follow us on Twitter. You can join our Facebook family. You can join our Facebook group. You can see where the instrumental link come from. Also, you can email me for video requests or whatever the situation may be. And we're going to continue to keep it moving and drop heat. Check out our playlist, NBA, NFL, boxing, music, entertainment. We cover more than ever now. One-stop shop for all your information and news and music and sports needs. So salute to all the brothers and sisters out there. Shout out to the Golden Gloves Boxing. Y'all go check them out. Came on the show. We did almost 2-hour live show last night. Appreciate everybody that came through, celebrated 10K subscriber, and talked about Wilder Fury. Y'all know what the business is. One time for the one.